honk, 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 honk. Creeper. Okay, so, hi, it's been a while. Blah. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Shit with work is still shit. I'm applying for a QC position in a different department in a different building. We'll see how that goes. I had my interview today. I thought it was pretty badass. It went pretty well. But I guess we'll see. And then, yeah. Oh, hi. I'm Kira, by the way. Just saying. And I know you guys are like, what the fuck? We already know that. You know? And then I'm like, no. I'm Kira. For real. So, isn't that badass? Currently, I do not have my driver's license and stuff like that. The reason for this being is I've been distracted by a lot of things, and I have yet to contact my lawyers about helping me to find the information I need to change the legal gender marker. You can, for safety reasons, I believe, in Utah, but I have had trouble finding the legal documentation, the information that I need for that process of making sure I'm not like going there in vain to change the marker. I'm pretty sure what I have to do is bring a letter saying that I've gone through like an official documented letter proving that I've gone through hormone therapy and stuff like that. I've been taking appropriate steps, and then I can get my passport, a temporary passport with an F, for safety reasons, because going out of country, you know, people are pretty extreme in some places. And so, on a side note to that, if you have that documentation, like a passport that has that on it, I think it's kind of a loophole that allows you to get a driver's license with that on it. But I have to confirm it with my lawyers because I'm awesome and I have lawyers that I can call at beck and will. But I'll go into that some other time. If they can help me out, you know, I'll tell you guys about it. And then we can all have lawyers and be all badass. And yeah. Oh, also, I had to make sure I had lawyers at my beck and call for if any certain people start bullshit with me, as you may have seen in other videos. And, you know, just proof I ain't fucking around. So, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Stuff at work. Lawyers. Name. Like, all my money, all my savings I had got fucked within, like, a few days. So, I got Kai a puppy. It's a cute puppy. It's a little pit bull. Little blue-nosed pit bull, and he's all like, oh, so cute. Okay, his name is Cloud. I don't know if I've mentioned him in other videos, but he's adorable as fuck. Yeah, I said fuck. That's how adorable he is. And like, holy shit. He had something happen in his mouth. And we're not really sure what it is, but blood was just everywhere, just like flowing out. Like in the 15 minutes it took to get from Ivan's to our emergency 911 vet, because it was on Sunday, my entire left half of my body was covered in blood. I don't mean like patches, I mean like whole thing just covered in blood. That's how much blood was coming out of this little dog. And he was like really dizzy by the time we got there. We were all freaking out. We thought he was gonna die, but he didn't die, and it ended up costing a lot of money because it's an emergency place and you have to pay up front. But then we went to the doctor the next day on Monday, and they gave him medication to bring down the swelling, and then we had to wait, and then we went in again this Monday, and then he's like, oh no, it doesn't look like you abuse your dog, but it could be this or this or this, and one of those thises is actually a tumor, a very aggressive, violent tumor. And I'm like, no, I just got this dog, it's tiny, he's small, he's only like 2 months and 2 weeks old, and no fucking way he's gonna have a tumor. I'll be pissed. And yeah, so I'm spending all this money on all these trips and all this shit for a dog. This dog, the cute dog. That's not that dog. Stop licking your feet. Okay. Yeah. And on top of that, I put in my 2 weeks for my job. So it was like, I fucking hate you, I'm sick of you, except I was more polite about it. I'm just like, I'm really depressed, I hate this place, I can't even handle it, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. And then that very weekend, because it was on a Friday that I put in my 2 weeks, that very weekend, a now and later fucked up my tooth. Like, a now and later. Who even eats now and laters anymore? I love them, but I haven't seen them in forever, and I finally find them, and I'm like, oh my god, and I eat them, and they're delicious, and then one of them pulls out the center of my back molar. Just completely ripped it out. I had like a hole. It was retarded. And so I had to get a crown, and that was $900 for me after insurance. And then on top of that, because I grind my teeth, and I, like, when I'm stressed out or whatever, when I sleep, I grind my teeth at night, and like, fucks up my teeth, so I had to get a night guard, and that was another $200 after insurance. And so, on top of doggy bills, like, the first trip was like $274, second trip was like $78, third trip was like $98, and then the next one's roughly probably going to be around $500, and then the next one's going to be like, yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm fucked on cash, like, hella fucked, and I really hope I'll be able to afford my hormones and shit like that, but I'm super pissed, because all my savings for my orchinostomy and all that junk I was working for just went down the drain. So, yeah, that's the shit I'm going through. And I'm really sorry I haven't been on YouTube that much. I just finished replying to everybody's comments and everybody's messages. But, yes. So, yeah. That's pretty much just why I haven't been on YouTube all that much. I'm also coming up to a year. I'm coming up to my year on hormone therapy, and a lot of people have been wanting me to do a transition video, you know, on those little scrolly through picture video things. I really don't want to do that. I don't want anybody to see how I looked back then. I don't want that person to exist anymore, because that person doesn't exist anymore. That person died with the name, and that's no longer my name. So, that person's dead, buried, spit on the grave, and this person's here, and that person doesn't exist. So, no. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry if I disappoint some of you people, but it's not something I want to do, because that's gross, and I don't, like, I even have this file of pictures and everything, like, month by month and shit like that, and I don't want to do it, because I look at those pictures and I'm like, ah, it really looks that way? It's not good. No, it's really not good. So, yeah. Oh. Yeah, pretty much it. So, anywho, I think I spoke really fast through this. Generally my videos last a lot longer than this, and I said like more than I generally say in a video. I know, right? I'm just like rambling and shit. Okay, so one last thing before I go. I finally have my endocrinologist way the fuck up north, 400 miles away. But I have her, and I have an appointment on the 28th. So that will be 3 days after my year mark. I've been on hormone therapy for a year on the 25th of June. And I have an appointment on the 28th of June. So, yes, that's pretty cool. Less chances of dying and all that, whatnot. And my other guy, I just kind of like, I don't know, I blew him off and I just kind of like ordered my progesterone off the interweb. Because I'm a badass like that, I guess. I've pretty much been doing self-therapy this whole time anyway, like, who the fuck cares anymore? So, yeah, I could go into like all that bullshit about how like I'm extremely crazy soft, like I'm softer than any woman I know, or my hair is long, or I lack hair right here and I have more here right there, blah blah blah. No one cares. I'm sure no one really cares much about all my shit happening in my life either. Now most of all, because like I haven't made videos in so long, like probably only like 10 people still watch. Because I have nothing better to say. I ran out of stuff to say a long time ago. Like, how much is there to say in transition, really? Everyone sees it as this big, super crazy process. But in retrospect, therapy, hormones, life, surgery. That is transition. That is all there is to it. Most of it's fucking mental, like actually getting out there and like the chemical happenings from the hormones going on in your brain, and then versus like physical and mental experience, just as if you're going through life normally. Okay? What you're doing is you're going through hormone therapy to change your body, but you're living life to grow into a woman. Or man. Whatever. So, like, it's not all that big of a process. If you have minor questions like that, I can answer them. I could answer just about any question you have on being transgender and the process, but in the end, like, what you have to do is get on hormones, do it safely, and live your life. That's all. So, anyway, I'm running on to a lot of time again, like all my other videos. So, I will bid you all farewell, and I hope you're having a fantastic life, and I hope I find the time to answer my emails a lot quicker than usual, because I've been going for like a month without answering them, and that's retarded for me and for them, especially since my email's all like crazy. So, yeah. Anywho. Deuces, kids. Ew. That sounds really gross. Oh. And I'm still not smoking. Yeah. That's good. No smoking. Yay. Okay. Seriously though. I'm gone. Toodles.